A woman at a concert demanded I let her cut to the front because I'm a bigger fan than you. When I refused, she pushed past me and screamed, "You don't deserve this spot." The security guard stared as I held up my ticket and said, "Then let's see who gets thrown out first." I've been a fan of the Echoes since their early days playing in small bars around Nashville. Their music got me through my divorce, the loss of my job, and the passing of my dog, Max. So when they announced a reunion tour with a stop at the Red Rocks Amphitheater in Colorado, I knew I had to be there. I managed to snag a front-row ticket during the pre-sale. It wasn't easy, but I was determined. I booked a flight from my home in Des Moines, Iowa, and reserved a room at a nearby motel. This concert was more than just a show, it was a pilgrimage. I arrived at the venue early, around 10 a.m., even though the gates wouldn't open until 6 p.m. I wasn't alone. A small group of die-hard fans had already formed a line. We shared stories, snacks, and our love for the Echoes. It felt like a family reunion. As the day progressed, the line grew longer. People brought lawn chairs, coolers, and umbrellas to shield themselves from the sun. Despite the heat, spirits were high. We were all there for the same reason. Around 5:30 p.m., just as the excitement was reaching its peak, a woman in her late 30s, dressed in designer clothes and high heels, approached the front of the line. She had a smug look on her face and was holding a VIP pass. "Excuse me," she said, trying to squeeze past me. "I need to get to the front. I'm a bigger fan than you." I was taken aback. "We've all been waiting here since morning," I replied. "You'll need to go to the back of the line." She huffed and tried to push past me. "You don't deserve this spot," she screamed. A security guard nearby noticed the commotion and approached us. "Is there a problem here?" he asked. I held up my ticket. She tried to cut in line, claiming she's a bigger fan. The woman waved her VIP pass. "I have VIP access. I should be at the front." The guard examined both our tickets. "Ma'am, VIP access allows early entry through a separate entrance. This line is for general admission." She turned red with embarrassment and stormed off, muttering under her breath. When the gates opened, I secured my spot right at the front center. The energy was electric. As the Echoes took the stage, I felt a wave of emotion wash over me. This was the moment I'd been waiting for. Midway through the concert, I noticed the same woman from earlier trying to push her way to the front. She was causing a disturbance, shoving people and yelling. Security quickly intervened and escorted her out of the venue. The crowd cheered as she was removed. After the concert, I reflected on the day's events. It was a reminder that entitlement doesn't get you far, and that patience and respect go a long way. I had stood my ground, and in the end, justice prevailed. As I left the venue, I felt a sense of fulfillment. Not just from the incredible performance, but from knowing I had earned my place at the front, fair and square. I thought it was over after she got dragged out. I stayed until the last note, clapped until my hands were sore, soaked up every second of that night like I'd never get another one. I was still buzzing when I made my way back to the motel. My legs were tired, my voice gone from singing, but I felt good. Like I had won something. That feeling didn't last. When I walked up to the front desk to get my keycard reactivated, it stopped working. Classic. The clerk looked up from her computer with this tight smile. Sir, did you leave your ID with us earlier?" she asked. "No, why?" She glanced at the screen again. "We just had someone come in and say they were your wife. She said she lost the room key." "What?" I laughed, but my gut twisted. "I don't have a wife." The clerk's smile dropped. "She had your full name and said you were waiting at the venue. We gave her a new key about 2 hours ago." I just stared. My backpack was in that room. My wallet, laptop, my signed Echoes vinyl from the merch booth. "I need you to open the door. Now." We got a security guy to walk up with me. Door was already open. The bed was torn up, my stuff everywhere. My backpack was gone. My wallet, laptop, vinyl, all gone. Only thing left was my phone charging on the nightstand. And a note, scribbled on motel paper. I told you I deserve the front. You didn't just lose your spot. You lost everything. I didn't sleep that night. I called the cops. Filed a report. They weren't optimistic. She had a head start, probably fake ID, used my name to steal access. Motel cameras were crap. Security guard from the concert gave a vague description that matched half the population. Tall, brunette, attitude problem. Next day I sat in a coffee shop down the road, numb. I still had my phone at least. I pulled up Facebook. Searched every Echoes fan page. Every concert group. Every tagged post from last night. And I found her. A blurry photo someone uploaded of the crowd. Dead center was her. Same high heels, same smug face, same too tight leather jacket. And she wasn't alone. Guy standing behind her, hand on her shoulder. Looked like her boyfriend or whatever. He was filming. Another post from that same account, a video. Title was, "This psycho chick tried to fight her way to the front face with ears of joy, #Echoes, #drama, it was her." Full meltdown. Screaming. Shoving. Being hauled off. I watched it 5 times. I zoomed in on the guy holding the phone. Then reverse searched the account that posted it. Tagged in a few other videos. Got a name. Got a city. Kansas City. I called the officer I filed the report with. Told her everything. She was polite but tired sounding. That helps, but unless she's local or we have an ID, we can't do much. I'll update the file. Translation. Good luck, buddy. I wasn't done. I messaged the guy on Facebook. Straightforward. I know who she is. I'm filing charges. Either you help me recover what she stole or the cops come knocking on your door next. Left it at that. Didn't hear back for 2 days. Then he replied, "She's crazy, man. I didn't know she was gonna do all that. She said you pushed her, said you were aggressive. I saw the video. She lied. I want no part in this. What do you want?" I didn't even think. My stuff, especially the vinyl. He read it, left me on scene. Then another message. Meet me halfway. Salina, Kansas. Denny's off the interstate. Thursday, 3 p.m. I screenshotted everything. Sent it to the officer. Told my brother where I was going. Drove 5 hours with my hands shaking the whole way. Either I was getting robbed again or getting some payback. When I got there, he was waiting in a booth. Hoodie on, sunglasses. Like some kind of low-budget movie spy. But on the seat next to him was my backpack. I sat down across from him. He slid it over. I opened it right there. Vinyl inside. Wallet. Laptop. Everything. Why'd you bring it? I asked. She freaked out when she saw the video going viral. Said cops would be after her. I took the stuff when she passed out and got out of town. She doesn't know I gave it back. What's her name? I asked. He looked out the window, then back at me. She changes it. Online. In real life. I only knew her 2 months. Then why help her? She was hot, he said. Like that explained everything. I left Denny's with my stuff. Drove back to Des Moines. Sent the officer everything again. But I had a feeling this was far from over. Because I checked the fan page again that night. She'd made a new account. And she was already talking about going to the Chicago show. More to come. 2 days later, I was at work, just starting to feel normal again, when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. Text message. Enjoy the show? Hope it was worth it. Let's see how fast your job thinks you're a violent stalker. I didn't answer right away. I just sat there, heart in my throat. Then the emails started. First to my company's general inbox. Then directly to my manager. Screenshots. Out of context clips from the concert video, edited. In one, it looked like I was grabbing her arm. In another, I was yelling, only it was a different argument completely, some guy who'd cut the bathroom line earlier. She clipped it, zoomed in, twisted the audio. The email accused me of harassment, said I followed her across state lines, claimed I was threatening to hurt her online, said she was scared for her life. My manager called me in. HR was there. "This is serious," they said. "You need to explain." I showed them the real video, gave them the police report, the messages, even the Denny's meetup. "We believe you," HR said, "but we need to investigate." So now I was walking on eggshells at work, barely sleeping, watching my back. And she kept posting. New accounts kept popping up. She tagged the Echoes. Said they had a stalker. Said she feared for her safety and that he attacked her at Red Rocks. She didn't name me, but people started putting pieces together. My name showed up in the comments. My face. Screenshots from the concert group. One night, I came home and found my front door wide open. Nothing was missing, but taped to the fridge was a printed photo of me, taken at the concert. From behind. My hands in the air, cheering. No note this time. I called the police again. Same officer. She came out personally. Took prints, checked the locks. No sign of forced entry, she said. Might have left the door unlocked. I know I didn't. Now I was paranoid. Slept with a bat next to the bed. Installed a camera at the door, one in the living room. Started locking everything twice. Checked my car every time I got in. I stopped posting in the fan group. Deleted my comments. She was still active, still talking about Chicago. Someone even posted a selfie with her at a bar nearby the next weekend. And then something new happened. The guy from Denny's messaged me again. "Dude, she's out of control. She thinks you're gonna get her arrested. She's planning something. I think she's trying to bait you into showing up at the next show." "What do you mean, bait?" She said he won't be able to resist. He'll want to prove he's the real fan. Then I'll finally bury him. I swear those were her words. He sent me a screen recording. She was pacing in some hotel room, ranting. Face red. Hair tied up. She didn't know he was filming. I know how to trap him. He's a fanboy. He'll come. They always come. I saved the video. Sent it to the officer again. This time, she forwarded it to a detective. Now I wasn't just angry. I was done being scared. But I wasn't going to fall for it. Instead, I made a burner account. Used a fake name. Joined the Chicago Echoes fan group. I watched her post under one of her new accounts, some new name this time. Still the same smug tone. She was organizing a fan meetup outside the venue. She gave the exact time and place. She'd be there, holding a vinyl, front row or nothing, she wrote. So I contacted the venue. I told them everything. Sent them all the files. They said they'd look into it. Then I messaged someone else. A woman named Jordan who I met at the Red Rocks line. She remembered the whole incident. She had been recording too, from a different angle. Her footage showed everything, start to finish. Crystal clear. Even the part where the woman pushed me. I asked Jordan for help. She was in. And she had an idea. We were going to Chicago. Not to fight. To expose her. And what happened next made everything worse and better, depending how you look at it. We got to Chicago a day early. Jordan had flown in from Albuquerque and met me at the hotel a few blocks from the venue. She brought printed copies of everything. Screenshots, video stills, the police report, even the creepy fridge photo. We weren't taking chances. The fan meetup she organized was at a nearby park. About 20 people showed up. She strolled in halfway through, just like she owned the place. Same jacket, same smug face. She held a sign that said, "Biggest fan," and had a new guy with her, tall, quiet, way too into her. She was playing innocent. Laughing, taking selfies, giving out vinyl stickers with her handle on them. Like she wasn't the same woman who broke into my motel room and sent fake emails to my boss. Jordan walked up to her, phone ready. I hung back, watching. "You remember Red Rocks?" Jordan asked, casually. She turned fast. Eyes narrowed. No, I was the one filming from the right side of the pit. You pushed my friend, remember? The woman froze. Jordan pulled out a manila envelope and handed it to her. What is this? She snapped. Everything. The videos. The police reports. The screenshots. The threats. All of it. I've already emailed copies to the venue security and the Chicago PD. So I'd think carefully before trying anything tonight. She tried to act cool, flipping through the papers like she didn't care. But her hand was shaking. She shoved them back at Jordan. You two are obsessed, she hissed. You're the stalkers. You're trying to ruin me. She turned and stormed off with her new guy trailing behind, confused. We thought that would be the end of it. That maybe she'd just ghost, cut her losses. We were wrong. 2 hours before the show, security pulled Jordan aside. Said someone reported her for harassment. Claimed she threatened violence at the venue. They held her at the gate, checked her ID, went through her bag. While this happened, I saw the woman again. Already inside. Front row. With my vinyl. My name written across the back of it in Sharpie. I walked straight to a security guard, showed him everything on my phone, pointed her out. They pulled her from the front row. She fought it, screamed, kicked over a barricade, spit at one of them. I caught her yelling, "He's a liar. I was here first. I deserve this." They dragged her out in front of everyone. People booed. A few even clapped. Word had gotten around. But the venue didn't just remove her. The cops were waiting at the exit. They cuffed her, read her rights, and walked her straight into the back of a cruiser. She didn't even get to see the opening act. I stood in the same spot she was yanked from. Vinyl in my hands. Security handed it back to me. And I realized something. I had let this woman pull me into a months-long storm of obsession. I let her provoke me, get under my skin, almost ruin my job, my peace, my sense of safety. I won, but it didn't feel clean. Jordan met me after the show. She asked how I felt. I feel like I need a break from concerts, I said. But I still stayed for the encore. Because in that moment, when the lights hit and the crowd sang along, I remembered why I came in the first place. And this time, no one tried to steal it from me.